weekend, you guys. Welcome to Hollyscoop's Moments of the Week. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
A lot went down this week. We're talking the crazy story about Khloe and Kanye. Tons of Selena news, aka your guys' fave, and Justin's Instagram post about his marriage to Hailey. Plus, a few other headlines we just didn't have time to talk about, but are equally juicy, and actually one of them is really weird. But whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's kick it off talking about Khloe and Kanye, you guys. Crazy report this week from NW Magazine that Khloe wants to give True a sibling, and she's considering an anonymous sperm donor. The source said that Kim, it gets even worse, that Kim suggested Khloe ask Kanye to donate his sperm. The source went on to say that Kim said, quote, "At least this way the baby would know their dad and there wouldn't be any unknown questions hanging over her about the donor she picks," about Khloe. We don't believe this to be true.
At all, Madison. That sounds crazy for the Kardashian family.
Yes, we know that they will go to great lengths to help one another, but I do not believe that Kim said, "Kanye, time to pony up your boys and go help out my sister." I do not think that's true. I do think that at some point, and probably soon, just because, I mean, ladies, you know your biological clock is ticking. I feel like Khloe probably does feel a bit of a want or a desire or a need to give True a sibling sooner rather than later. However, I don't think that, one, she would use an anonymous sperm donor, and two, it would be Kanye's.
It is not going to be her sister's husband's sperm.
And we all know, or at least Courtney and I believe, that her and Tristan Thompson are back together.
Absolutely.
So ultimately, if she really does have this desire to give True a sibling, I'm sure Tristan would be happy to pony up and contribute.
Oh yeah, he's gonna step up to the plate.
Yeah, we already know he's probably stepping. Oh. Okay, let's talk about Selena Gomez, you guys. The first piece of Selena news we're talking about is her recent interview with Capital FM. She participated in one of their newer segments. It's where celebs sit in front of a mirror and they answer questions. It's very emotional.
It's personal.
Very personal. When Selena was asked to name a song that reminded her of being in love, she got really emotional and was unable to answer. You guys, take a look at the clip.
I don't know if I have one. Yeah, I don't think I have one.
This broke my heart at the beginning of the week. It's breaking my heart seeing it again now. I don't know what it is about the way she pauses or looks down. Something about it just really makes me sad.
Maybe just for, even if it was for a brief moment, she reminisced or recalled a bad moment.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And those kind of things can make you feel a little emotional. It can make you react in that way.
Exactly, and I think obviously her relationships with Justin and the weekend, I'm sure were going through her mind. And I guess the part that made me sad, but it does show growth, you know. I thought, well, at least at some point during those relationships, you had to have felt love, or, you know, we know that she was in love with them. But the fact that she couldn't even recall any song that made her feel like she did in those moments, but you made a good point. You're like, sometimes when you grow and evolve, you realize what you thought was love actually wasn't. So maybe that's why she doesn't have anything to say.
I'm hoping by the end of this year, she'll be able to answer this question a little bit differently.
I agree. We are hoping 2020 is Selena's year.
Yeah.
But either way, we're loving how unapologetically honest she is in this new era. And staying on that topic, Selena shared a hilarious Instagram story this week that had females everywhere relating to her. Courtney knows about this now.
I was shaking.
We gave a full sex education on the morning tea earlier this week. So Selena hilariously took to her Instagram story, you guys, to show off that her boobs were, you know, a little swollen, a little enlarged, however you want to say it. They were bigger than they normally are because it is her time of the month.
It's exciting when it is a woman's time of the month.
They were engorged.
Engorged, yes! That reminds me of 10 Things I Hate About You, and I love that so much that you just brought that up. But you know, she was going through it, and we've all been there, and we all know what it's like. She joked that it's always exciting when it's a woman's time of the month, and then she zoomed in and said, JK, it sucks. Expletive. Again, love seeing her out and about, love seeing her on social media, and just living her best life.
Once again, I want to shout out to the women that may potentially have engorged breasticus during that time of the month. Y'all are some warriors.
I know. Selena and I are cycle sisters. I didn't even know that till this week, but Selena, girl, I feel ya. I gotcha. We're all going through it. Okay, let's move on to Justin Bieber because he kicked this week off and posted on his Instagram about how much he
loves his wife.
He went on to rant about how he doesn't post about Hailey to prove anything. In the caption, he wrote, I don't post this to prove anything or to try and make people believe I love my wife. I simply think it's an honoring thing to do, publicly acknowledging your significant other. It's like we're all okay with acknowledging an achievement or award, but think there has to be something shady about saying something publicly about the one you love. He went on to say, I have nothing to prove by saying I love my wife. I just think there is power in putting your wife on a pedestal. I like to make my wife feel special and valued. I've done a lot of cool things, but I don't think anything comes close to as cool as that.
Actions speak louder than words. Next. No. Yeah. I just feel like, you went on this long, entire rant and no one was at the time really questioning your love for your wife. We were wondering, we were questioning your taste in your own music.
Yes.
So, I mean, you were trying to distract us, maybe?
I don't know. And then later in the week, obviously, we talked about this, how Justin posted reading that self-help book on his marriage. So, I don't know if that's like a tip he got from the book. And
maybe.
He's trying to definitely live that out
Apply.
on his Instagram. The title was His Needs, Her Needs, Building an Affair-Proof Marriage. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, I agree with you. It kind of came out of left field. But if it makes Hailey feel better, then I think great.
And as long as it leads to an affairless marriage, then this will all have been worth it, right?
Everything copacetic.
Look at that.
Exactly. Okay, those other stories, you guys, that we didn't have time to talk about. First with Amy Schumer, and I can't wait to hear your opinion on this. So, Amy Schumer's ex lives with her and her husband. Her ex, Kyle Dunnigan, was on Howard Stern earlier this week, and he made this shocking revelation. He said that he's been living with Amy and her husband, she is married now and has a child with this man, for a month and a half. He said the food is good and free and that he's supposed to leave in 3 weeks, but he doesn't think he's going to.
Okay.
He reportedly noted that he has his own bathroom, I would hope so, and that him and her husband bro out. Everyone was kind of panicking about this week, and I agree, it is kind of weird.
This is her ex?
Her ex.
So
that she was with before her husband.
So this
They worked together. He's an Emmy Award-winning comedy writer, so also put that out there. He doesn't need to be living with his ex.
Jason Momoa and Lenny Kravitz's daughter, right? They're together, but...
No, it's Lenny Kravitz's ex-wife.
Ex-wife?
But he's closer to the daughter's age, but whatever, we don't need to get into that.
That's a copacetic kind of situation as well. Where
they all live together?
The exes are fine with each other and they hang out all the time.
I think hanging out is fine, but living together is a bit much for me.
I think if their relationship ended and it was fine, if it was this isn't working, which I can kind of see Amy Schumer being in, and her husband is cool AF.
Yeah, he seems super chill. Her husband seems really cool, but I think it's maybe just thinking it through of the ex living with you and your new husband. It's just wow, that's interesting.
There's a baby involved as well.
Yes, and she's going through IVF. They're trying to have another
somebody
baby.
To watch the baby. We gotta go.
That's
do
true.
Something else.
That's true. I'd been like, you better earn your keep.
You want to stay? Yeah.
You
better wash some dishes.
That's right. Okay, let's talk about Julianne Hough, and I know we haven't talked about her in a while, but again, you guys, this video surfaced of her online, and everyone is talking about it because it's weird as hell.
Actually,
even Shambong Dave, we showed him the video before we filmed this, and he was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So Julianne Hough was at a health event in Switzerland, and this guy in the video, his name is Dr. John Amaral. He's apparently some holistic health guru, and he is demonstrating to the audience how to release waves of stored emotion through movement, okay? Just watch. I have no words, just watch.
Relief, release, freedom. Expression of emotion may happen when the system moves, when energy that was stored or bound up in the muscles begins to dissipate.
What was that scream she let out?
Exactly. Everyone's like, okay, so I just watched Julianne Hough have an orgasm in front of an audience.
Yeah.
This is weird as F.
It was giving me orgasmic. Well, maybe that's the emotion she wanted to release.
I mean, her and her husband are having some issues right now. We know that they're separated.
Oh, she needed to let that go.
Maybe that's what it was, but I guess for me, I see why everyone was talking about it and why everyone was saying WTF, but I'm just like, girl, that is weird.
Julianne Hough.
What
just happened? Can you let us
know? And it was just the way she convulses afterwards, I think it's just it was weird.
Giving me the Exorcist.
Guys, celebrities were wild this week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It never
They were wild,
fails.
but we were watching.
Exactly. It's time to let us know what you're thinking. What was your reaction to that crazy story about Khloe and Kanye? Are you hoping this is the last we hear of it?
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
What do you think about this week's Selena news? And also let us know what you think about Justin's post for Hailey and him reading that self-help book.
And finally, don't forget to let us know what you think about the other headlines we discussed, like Amy Schumer and that Julianne Hough video. You guys, let it out down below. Don't forget to tune into the Morning Tea on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It will be after the Grammy, so you don't want to miss it.
Don't miss it.
In the meantime, make sure you shop the store, subscribe, and click that notification bell. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.